Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have another tutorial in store for you. This time around I'm going to be playing with yellow eyeshadow, one of my favorite eyeshadows. And I'm going to be using the ColourPop Uh-Huh Honey palette. I feel so stupid saying that. But when I saw this palette on Trendmood, I was immediately very excited. I love yellows and I never thought I would see the day when a brand would release an all yellow palette. It's very cool. It's not something that you see ever. Some of you remember a few years ago my room used to be yellow, so yellow is definitely one of my favorite colors, but it is a pretty intimidating shade, especially to wear around the eyes. I feel like a lot of people just assume that they're going to look a little bit sickly if they do that. So in today's video I'm going to show you a very simple yellow eyeshadow look, and I'm also going to be sharing with you some of the ways that you can pair blush and a lip color with yellow. So if you're interested, stay tuned, and if you're brand new, subscribe to my channel. So I've already done my concealer. I used the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, and I've also done my brows. I used the Urban Decay Brow Blade as well as the Anastasia Dip Brow Gel. All the products that I'm using will be listed down below. So here's a closer look of the ColourPop Uh-Huh Honey palette that I love, by the way. So we have some matte colors, as you can see. We have one glitter, which is technically not eye safe like the other glitters from ColourPop, just FYI. There's also some shimmer shades as well. This one is a very unique duochrome. It's a yellow and it has blue duochrome. It's amazing, very unexpected. But overall, the palette is very balanced. We have some darker shades, we have some lighter. The thing with yellows and warm tones is that sometimes it messes up with the white balance on my camera. So now I look completely blue. It doesn't help that I have really bright red hair, but just give it a second and it's gonna start picking up the warm tones once again. For this specific eye look, I'm going to be using 3 types of brushes. So I'm going to be using a paddle shaped brush to deposit color on the eyelid. I'm also going to be using a fluffy blending brush just to diffuse the crease, make it very soft. And then I'm also going to use a smaller paddle shaped brush. So the first color I'm going to be using is this guy, which is Sweet Spot. This color up here kind of reminds me of a sunflower. I'm going to start placing and packing on the yellow onto the lid area. And if you do have a little bit of discoloration on the lid, I really do suggest using a little bit of concealer just to even out the eyelid, or you can use an eyeshadow primer that has a little bit more of a tint. That way you can really see the actual color. When you're packing on color, I just tend to almost bounce the brush right onto the lid. That's the easiest way. If you start doing like sweeping motions, then it can lead to a little bit more patchiness. With a clean blending brush, I'm going to lightly, holding the brush towards the end, lightly start blending out the edge. And we're going to be using the same brush to apply the crease color, but right now I just want to create a softer edge. Now I'm going to pick up a little bit of this guy, which is a brown with a yellow undertone. It's very unique, but any warmer brown will do. Even if you have a more like orangey terracotta brown, that will work just fine. So this color, I'm going to be placing it on the crease, and I'm going to start blending it upwards. So I'm gonna keep the shape a little bit rounded, but if you did want to drag it and create more of a sharper edge, you can do that. It's just personal preference. I'm going to do the same thing onto the other eye. So windshield wiper motions, but also small circular motions. I'm gonna take a little bit more of the brown, and I'm just going to start placing it on the outer corner of the eye. And I'm quickly going to wipe off the excess from our crease brush because I'm going to use it just to clean up and blend out a little bit more. Now using the smaller paddle shaped brush, I'm going to grab a little bit of Sunburst, which is this guy up here. I'm just going to be using this color to illuminate the inner corner. And using the same brush, the smaller one, I'm going to grab the same brown Buzzkill, that yellowish brown, and I'm just going to diffuse this on the lower lash line. I personally like a very diffuse lower lash line, so I am going to go a little bit lower. I'm not going to keep it super tight, but it's a matter of personal preference. If you want to play up the warm tones, which yellow is obviously a warm tone, then I would suggest going with a brown just because it has a little bit more warmth in it. If you're daring, you can definitely go for a more brick brown, something more reddish, but I'm just going to keep it safe. This is Glossier Plays Black eyeliner, which is a black brown. I'm just going to do a very, very soft line using the eyeliner. So I'm mostly just bouncing this near the lashes. I don't want this to be like a super dramatic winged. I mean, you can definitely do a wing if you want, but I just want something a little bit softer. So that's it. I just want to naturally enhance the lashes, give the eye a little bit more definition. You can definitely do the waterline if you want, but should I do it? I mean, this is how it would look like for like a daily wear. Let's do sultry. Let's do just a little bit. I'm gonna use a very light hand for this because I don't want to completely close the eye, but I do like the way the brown is looking on the waterline. I really do like the way the eyeliner looks in the waterline. So now I'm going to add mascara. I'm going to use a black mascara because that's just what I always use. You can definitely rock a brown if you want, but I'm going to be using the ColourPop BFF mascara. So now that we're done with the eyes, let's jump over to the blush, the bronzer, and also the lips. So if you want to keep it simple, think warm tones. Think oranges, think peaches, think maybe like brownie nudes. Those are going to complement the yellow eyeshadow really well, to the point that it's almost like you don't have to think too much to come up with different combinations. If you stick to cooler tones, let's say like a bubblegum pink or a fuchsia, then it's going to be a little too much. And I feel like if you're new to yellow eyeshadow, you're going to be a little bit overwhelmed. So think peaches, think oranges, think warm, summery. That's the easiest way I can like suggest you to like wire your head a little bit when it comes to choosing colors. I'm going to start with a little bit of bronzer because I do feel like this look requires a little bit more warmth on the skin. I'm going to be using the Milk Makeup matte bronzer in the shade Baked. And I'm just going to apply it like I usually do. So I'm just going to warm up the perimeters of my face and also my nose. I mean, just with the bronzer alone, this look is already coming in together. And for blush, I'm going to be using the Nude Sticks Nudies in the shade In the Nude, which is this very nice pale peachy shade. And I'm just going to blend it right above the bronzer. I always take the excess and just apply it on the bridge of my nose, but it's just nice, simple, and very complimentary. I'm going to set the face with my favorite powder, the Milk Makeup one. And for lips, I will be using a lip liner just because I feel like I have almost no lips. Well, the lip line is just super faint on my lips, so I'm gonna just define it a little bit. I'm going to be using the Bite Beauty lip pencil in the shade 036. And this is the shade that's closest to my actual lip color, so it looks very, very natural. But you can choose any lip liner or no lip liner. Maybe you have more pigmented lips than I do. And for lip color, I'm going to be choosing a gloss. A warmer gloss would suffice, but Once again, you can go a little bit more nude, you can choose a lipstick, but keep it in the warm tones. So today I'm going to be using the ColourPop So Juicy gloss in the shade Let It Happen. I only bought it because Tame Impala, so I can just hear Let It Happen play in my head whenever I apply it. So that's it for this video. I really hope I could help you make yellow a little bit less intimidating. If you don't have this palette but you have a yellow eyeshadow, you have a soft brown, you can always create this color by just mixing the two shades, just going back and forth. Maybe you can just apply a little bit of the soft brown, layer the yellow right over it, and just keep blending, and you're gonna get something that looks like this. Don't be afraid of using your palettes like an actual, you know, painter's palette, just creating your own shades. But if you were thinking of getting this palette because it really intrigues you, it really calls your name like it did for me, then I would recommend it. I really have been enjoying this and I can't wait to use it for more looks. So if you want to see more looks incorporating yellow eyeshadow, let me know in the comments below. And let me know if you want to see another tutorial how to make blue eyeshadow more wearable, because I also do have the ColourPop Blue Moon palette, and I know blue is one of those colors that also intimidates a lot of people. So if you want to see that, let me know in the comments below. If you're brand new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe to see that video and more. And I'll see you guys very soon in my next video. Thank you guys so much once again, and see you next time. Bye! I look like a damn Smurf. Oh my god, this white balance is going to kill me so much. Fucking hate you. Oh my god, it's the red hair. It's the red hair, it's the yellow. Oh my god. Oh my god, why am I blue? Ah!